Hello, everybody. Hi. It's the last day of February, and it's almost been a year since the start of the lockdowns in the country. And hopefully, we are all hanging tough wherever you are, guys, and keeping ourselves together until we get back to the way things were. Because very soon, this will all be over, and we just can't wait to get back to normalcy, or whether you call it the new normal. Just bring back the normal. I think that's how it is. Thank you very much for joining us again this Sunday here on my 12th episode of Streaming Hot. I can't thank you all enough for keeping up with me and with this passion project that I've started out of sheer boredom. And now I've been having wonderful people as my guests, talking about interesting topics. I learn with you guys, and I want to continue exploring and learning some more, because conversing with wonderful people is always something that makes us all grow intellectually and stimulates a lot of our senses and enlighten our minds with the things that things around us. So Streaming Hot is on this 12th episode, and I plan to continue on doing this for as long as I can, because it's really, really wonderful and it's really fun. I just want to say hi to my friends. Actually, they're outside. We have friends coming from Roja City, Marika Constantino, our friend from Antique, Brian Liao, artist friends from both ends of Panay. Thank you so much for visiting over. We also have Joe Andrew Turlao, and of course, we have Daniela Caro, together with our coming birthday boy, Kevin Piemonte, just having fun outside. But yeah, we they can't probably join me tonight because there's the Film Ambassadors Night for the Film Development Council of the Philippines. I'll try to catch up with you guys. So enjoy the opening program also at 8 p.m. Nevertheless, this is good competition. Okay, so guys, for tonight's discussion, I thought of inviting my friends who are undeniably passionate about hiking, about climbing, about going for the outdoors. These days, I notice on my timeline, more and more people are becoming interested in communing with nature, and in conquering new heights, exploring through either hiking. Some of them are also doing bikes. Some of them are, doing serious camping. It's very interesting, because personally, this is a difficulty for me to actually go and stay on a trek for hours, more so for days. I've experienced that, of course, back in several years back, when we did some serious hiking in Batad Rice Terraces in Ifugao, and I also hiked the spelunking at the caves of Sagada, and a lot of other walking there. And I kind of thought that it's something that's not really for me, because I have very low pain tolerance, and at the same time, I got serious injuries. And it's weird because I'm a dancer. My body is built for something that's supposed to be tough. But I don't know. Maybe I'm not doing it right. That's why I want to talk to these guys tonight, because maybe they can bring me back into my interest and entice me to immerse myself once more into the great outdoors. Because I think that no matter how great their photos are, it never really captures the real beauty that their eyes could see right there at that very moment. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I am so honored and I'm so happy. It's my pleasure to have with me tonight two of my wonderful friends who are probably the most passionate about hiking and climbing. So I'd like to welcome Fermar, Novilla, and Sanny David Lumayno. Hi, guys.
Good
Hello.
Welcome to the
evening. Hi,
show.
sir.
Good evening,
Thank you.
sir.
Well,
Good evening.
first of all, guys, thank you so much for
Kamusta?
saying yes. Mayugid, I'm doing well. This is a wonderful evening, and I'm excited about our discussion, because you always actually I'm jealous seeing your pictures, because it's they're so beautiful, and I'm just looking at pictures, and I mentioned just a while ago that pictures don't give justice to the real beauty that you experience while being there at the moment. So, Fermar and Sanny, let's get this discussion going. Let's talk about what you do other than your day jobs, and that is to explore nature. Okay, so tell us about the first time you did a trek or a hike. Tell us about your first experience. I'd like to start with I think we'll do this on a seniority level, so I'll ask Fermar
Yes.
first.
Seriously? Joke. Sige,
No
sir.
kidding, just kidding. Okay, Ferm, go ahead.
uh So, I can remember actually ever since na I was still like in college, though curious kid ako about hiking.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I've known about the group, the UPV Mountaineers, and I can see their picture as well even before, but I was not
Uh-huh.
able to join them when I was a student. So, my first parang organized climb actually was way back in 2015. I was already like a graduate then. And I was with my friends man from UP. So someone organized a climb and gina-invite nila ko and I just say yes because I really want to try it. So
Mm-hmm.
at that time, though wala man ka expectation about climbing, though ang purpose ka lang is to enjoy and to parang maglagaw lang bala. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a good thing I did actually enjoy. Maybe because I'm with my friends and yeah, like it's just a good experience in total.
So
Tama
you
na.
knew about it back in college pa, but you never
Yes, sir.
really tried it.
Actually, I tried to join the UPVM, pero parang it's like before, as I can remember, parang it's like a dying org before. That's what I know about
Ah,
it.
Mm,
okay, okay. Yeah,
I
yeah.
yeah.
gamay lang gid ang members.
Mm-mm,
And
mm-mm.
I can also remember that there was a climb that I was supposed to go pero na-cancel man siya. So
Yeah.
that's it.
So the first official climb in 2015, what's the route, or where was the climb
Oh, sa ano, it
held
was
that time?
Mount Lobok. It was in Mount Lobok in Baras.
Okay.
And it's like a day
So
hike
that's
climb
Igbaras.
and
Okay.
uh it's very I guess it's an easy climb. I mean, it's for
Okay.
you as well. You
Right.
can try
Okay.
it.
We'll get to that later. But let's first talk
Yes, sir.
about Stanley's experience the first time climbing or hiking, and what memory did you have about that climb?
Siguro ako, sir, probably 20 years ago when I was
Mm-hmm.
probably in elementary or high school. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
sa church namon sa church namon nag-invite sila
Mm-hmm.
pastor na magkaroon ng Bible study. So,
Mm-hmm.
we did hiking. It's around 2 to 3 hours of hiking.
Mm-hmm.
And since bata pagid ko to,
Uh-huh.
I remember na nagsakay pa kami sa Kalabaw, sang Kalabaw. But it was
Okay.
too tiring. It was too tiring. So I said to myself
Uh-huh.
na hindi na ko liwat mag-join sa ila kay kakapoy-kapoy.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Amo na guro ang una kong na-experience, but after some time siguro sang college na ko dito na liwat nag-rekindle akon interest sa pag-hike
Mm-hmm.
dahil man sa UPV Mountaineers.
So it seems like for both of you, the greatest influence that made you enjoy the experience of hiking was really about other people. Is that safe to say na it's the company that makes it
Yes,
fun?
sir.
What do you think,
Yes,
Firm?
sir.
For me, it was like personal ano ko gid man siya, personal curiosity actually. Nga
Mm-mm.
at first, it doesn't matter who I'm gonna be with, basta as long as I
Yeah,
can try it. Daw mo
yeah,
na siya. Pero like it's a motivating factor man nga I can see that other people are doing it and enjoying it. So amo na.
yeah. So ang your Imuya-san, the first time you did the hike and the climb, how many people do you remember? How many were you there in a group?
Gamay lang kami, sir, mga 5 or 6 lang siguro.
Ah, okay. Mm-mm.
So,
All right. Okay. And that's
pero
like how
I was too young then. I was too young. So
uh
medyo dali ako nakapoy. Amo na.
Okay, parang wala pa siguro preparation masyado during
Yes,
that time.
wala ko na-expect amo to ka budlay.
Okay. I think the same kita nga experience when I did the Batad nga trek because it's like a 4-hour trek and it goes up and down. So I had serious cramps. And then, of course, Kebs was telling me na you need to do warm up, you need to do a little bit of
Yeah.
stretching before you do it because it's really quite a sport, if you come to think of it. It requires some sort of like a physical preparation. Okay, but before
Yes,
we
sir.
get into the preparation part, no, I want to ask you this next question. What was the point in your life na you knew that climbing is something you want to continue doing? Like what was your motivation to want more? People say it's addicting. Can you tell me about it? Can I start with Sanny first? What's addicting about
Okay.
it?
Masakit pero masarap. parang ganun yung feeling.
Yes.
Okay,
Kasi
quotable quote for today.
sig-
Masakit pero
So,
masarap. Okay.
ano siguro sir, I mentioned it earlier, no, due to UPVM, bumalik ulit yung interest ko sa pag-climb. And and also it's the company siguro. Malaking bagay sa akin yung company.
Yeah.
Last time sabi ko na I really want to climb but medyo choosy ako sa mga tao na sasamahan ko. Ganun.
Okay.
So,
Firm, ikaw
besides,
yung firm.
So for me naman, sir, during that time, parang I started like this. I have this 8 to 5 job now, and I see mountaineering parang as an opportunity to step out of my like daily routine. Bala nga like 8 hours looking at the screen. So so every time someone nga maghagad sa akon like on a weekend to like go out, then it's like a form of like a refresh bala or a de-stress. So, though mountaineering kasi is also what they call an active relaxation. So, other than doing a physical activity, you also relax at the same time. So, basically, ang main reason ko. While I joined I said that I'm gonna continue doing it.
It's hard to imagine
Relax.
it's also a physically demanding activity, but it can also make you relax. Maybe the relaxation part, it's something that happens unpredictably.
Like
Ano ba
after.
yun? When does the relaxation part come in?
Siguro, sir, kasi kung like you're on the mountain na and you're like walking, basically what you're thinking about is the pain. Like kapoy. That's it. You're not thinking about anything else. So basically during that time, parang that's how you reset with your other problems, like in your work, in your class,
True.
So and then the relaxing part for me is siguro after like yung point na you're about to when you have the 5 minute break, that's the best break you're gonna ever experience actually during a climb.
Who
It's
makes
like
the
a different
decision
break.
for the 5-minute break? Who makes the decision?
Okay, so for kasi UPV, actually every group has their own kind of like ng
Team leader.
Pero for the UPVM, ang decide for the 5 minute break is the slowest one or the like weakest, basically the weakest one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
That will be me.
Kaya,
I join. That will be me. Okay.
Well, we don't know, sir. We haven't tried it pa. Because if hindi na nila kaya, then they should decide if they want to rest, and all of us will have to rest. That's what we do in our org, but it's different actually in every group of mountaineers.
So there are dynamics din pala per group, no? That does the climb. Sanny,
and it's like
how kapoy is kapoy? Can you describe the feeling of when you say you do a climb and then you feel the kapoy? How is it like compared to other kinds of kapoy that you experience when you're biking or you're running on a flat surface? How is it?
Kabudlay ano ba? Kapoy as in kapoy gid na you want to give up? na
Uh-huh.
lalo na if you are climbing uphill.
Mm-hmm.
So uphill. So you use a lot of gidya muscles dara for
Mm-hmm.
your leg muscles, and then kung may
Mm-hmm.
dala ka sa bag, so budlay man na sa back muscles naman, and then
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's one of the sports that could really make you tired.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because it uses everything in your body, right? Like
Uh,
pretty much your entire body.
mm-mm.
Are there techniques
So
that
amo na
you teach your new members, or like, when you start hiking, are there things that they need to practice literally on the ground before going up? Do you guys do some sort of like a camp training?
Yes, sir. It's called the basic mountaineering course.
mm-mm.
Oh, okay. All right.
It or the BMC. So
Yeah.
sa BMC we talk about the first aid, basically about basic about everything about mountaineering, everything.
Mm.
The how to pitch the tent, outdoor
Mm-hmm.
skills, and the most important part is the leave no trace principles and the
Yeah.
mountaineering etiquette. Tama na.
Yeah.
So we talk about that
Mm-mm.
on the BMC.
Well, that's
And
great because
then
it's highly organized, no?
mm,
Continue.
other
Continue.
than that, guys, like of course we have to like be ready physically,
Mm-hmm.
like physical fitness, and we have to know if the beginner has an underlying like health conditions or something like that, and they should
Mm-hmm.
reconsider if they should join.
Okay. So ikaw,
Tama
San,
na.
if someone is not part of the UPV Mountaineers, someone watching us tonight, and they're just
Mm.
interested in doing in climbing or hiking, what are your pieces of advice as basic preparations that one should consider? Kasi what you guys do in UPVM is you have a course talaga. So it's a very, I think it's quite intensive, no? Pati yung how to put the tent together and all of those stuffs. Pero for a regular person, ano yung mga basic things lang that they should remember or actually do to successfully at least start their experience in hiking?
Yes, sir. Siguro first and foremost, uh, kumbalaan mo na kung ano bala, kung pila ka days ang imo climb or just half a day. So, you need to prepare for your body. So, you have to be
Mm-hmm.
physically fit. So,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
siguro you have to prepare for a few weeks, nagajag ka na.
Mm-hmm.
Then develop your stamina and endurance
Mm-hmm.
kasi amo ginang importante lalo na sa uphill eh.
Yeah.
And then you also have to know kung ano nga mountain bala imo i-climb. So
Oh, okay.
mag-research ka na. That's also
Mm-hmm.
important. So say for example, gano ang itinerary ninyo kagdayon o kung may mga source of water ba kay importante man na, so para kung ano imo i-prepare na gamit for the day, for the hike itself. So kailangan mo sang water, and then and other preparations man na ang isa pa siguro na um, you have to make your things waterproof kay you would not know na base rain or shine dito sa bukid, so you have to prepare also.
So every
Basi Sir Fermar
mountain,
makadugang.
so every mountain pala may sort of like characteristics na unique to a particular mountain, and before you even climb that, you need to find out first how much preparation you need. Firm, can you further talk about it
Yes,
in
sir.
your experience? Ano ba, what are the characteristics that you have experienced so far na iba pala
Okay.
siya sa isang mountain? If
Okay.
you can share with us.
So regarding sa unique characteristics of the mountain, just like what Sir Sunny said kanina, that you have to research kung ano yung inyo agian bala. Like for example,
Mm-mm.
if you have to cross the river, then for sure you have to, like for me, I prepare a sandals for it. I use the
Mm-mm.
sandals para
Mm-mm.
hindi mabasa yung sapatos ko, and then all that. And then you have to make sure which part of the climb are you gonna cross. Basi second day pa siya gali or next or the first day, something like that. And then basically, one thing that you have to be mindful being a mountaineer is even though gaano ka ka-prepared, you're not gonna be as prepared kung ano ang surprises that the mountains will gonna give to you, you know?
Uh,
Because
What
especially during
surprises did you get, Fermar? What surprises did you get in the
yeah,
mountain?
especially during sa ano sir, sa mga major hike like Mount Majaas, they have
Uh-huh.
their own parang weather sa babaw actually. It might
Mm-hmm.
be sunny diri sa dalom pero sa babaw it could be raining. So amo na, those are the kinds of things that you should be prepared. Amo
So
na.
dapat your gears, yeah, should be it could withstand both extremes, no?
Mhm.
The heat and
Yes
then
sir.
the wind. I think pati windiness. Is it
Yeah.
part of the consideration
And then the
also?
cold as well.
Yeah. How heavy are
yes.
your bags? What do you put in your bags, Sunny?
Say kung mag-major climb kami sir no, so I have a few set of clothes, so around three sets of clothes, and then sleeping bag, and then
Uh-huh.
jacket, pagkatapos
Mm-hmm.
raincoat, and
Uh-huh.
then you also need some lights kung
Uh-huh.
may ano ka mo, may night hike ka mo or early morning
Mm-hmm.
hike, so you
Mm-hmm.
have to have that light. And then water, so of course I
Mm-hmm.
think around 2 liters of water. And then ano pa, trail food, and that would
Trail
be
food.
very important, yes, kasi trail food high in carbs and protein,
But
so
your
like
food, do you buy ready-made stuff or how what's the food that you guys bring to the hike? Pag let's say mga major climb, ano yung food ninyo?
so mix sa actually sir, meron kaming mga delata, meron din pre-cook na meat like
Mhm.
chicken or pork, and
Mhm.
then we also bring some vegetables. Uh,
Okay. But along the way,
so
you don't
medyo
find
nakaplano
food
na talaga
there na
'yan.
you can just along the way you can just pick out food. Is there something like that or you're not allowed? Can you pick out food there or like mga fruits? Do you find them on the way firm?
I'm not sure actually is the part of the leave no trace principle
Okay. That's
that you take nothing but pictures. So
okay.
regarding sa regarding actually sa picking of like fruits, you know, kay there are fruits good man along the way like the wild
Mhm.
berries.
Yeah.
And so basically what we do or what we believe is let the guides or the porter first to get it for you kung let them
Mhm.
decide. Pero as a mountaineer, hindi ikaw maguna to get it. So, mo namin
Talaga?
gina-practice.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's interesting kasi parang it's a sign of respect, no,
Mm,
to the place because your
yes,
goal lang
sir.
naman talaga is to reach the summit. So along the way, leave no trace. That's what that's
Yes,
the
yes, sir.
motto, right? Ang hirap naman pala nun. So, yung mga pictures, okay lang yun, no? Okay lang. You can have as
Of
many
course,
pictures as you want.
yes, sir.
Paano
Like,
yung mga ligo ninyo or your mga personal needs? How do you guys deal with that?
sino, sir?
Any of
Ah,
you can start.
Ah,
Sige, Fern, ikaw siguro.
ikaw na sir.
Like
sige. So, sa
ligo,
ligo,
toilet, all of those things. How do you
okay.
guys work around it?
So, regarding sa ligo naman, sir, just like what Sir Sanny said kanina to research about the mountain,
Yeah, yeah,
usually, we camp sa may mga ano, may river dapit.
yeah.
So,
Okay.
ang pagpaligo is like easy for that. Pero if there are campsites na wala rivers or like falls na paliguan, then we just don't do it. Basically, amo na. Like punas-punas na lang.
Okay.
Mm.
But that's all right because it's like a part of the sport naman, no? I mean, hindi naman
Yes,
kailangan na parang fresh ka because there's no way naman that you can keep yourself fresh, no?
yes,
So,
sir.
what do you bring a lot of like repellents, anything that will protect you with all sorts of insects there? Do you guys bring that? San?
Um, it depends sir sa ano sa mountain din na pupuntahan mo. Say for example, sa
Mhm.
Majaas, may nagsabi
Oo.
na there are some alimatic
Yeah.
linta. So
Oh
sabi
my
nila
gosh.
you can use alcohol or use off lotion
Mhm.
for para to lessen the bite of that linta. So
Have you
pero
experienced
I
it?
usually don't like using it. Fortunately hindi
Hindi naman.
hindi ako naka-experience ng
Pero how's the lamok firm in the mountains?
Mm, I guess yung lamok actually, sir, parang hindi na sila makaabot sa mountain. I don't know lang if
Ah,
it's true for
talaga?
everyone.
Oh, oh my
Pero
God.
parang hindi ako
Wow.
na-experience na ginalamok like amo na.
Oo.
mm
But I'm usually in a tent naman, so maybe hindi man sila makasulod sa tent. Pero
Oo.
I guess the altitude is like hard for the lamok to be at the mountain.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
guess lang. I'm not sure about that.
Right, right. I mean, there's so much science that we can explore and talk about, but maybe to avoid misleading our audiences, maybe we can just talk about some of your personal insights
Mm.
regarding hiking and climbing. So my next question is, for you both, what do you think are the tangible benefits of hiking and climbing? I want to start with Sani first.
Tangible. So I think ang pinaka-common dara would be uh, you could be physically fit. So
Mm-hmm.
you develop your stamina, your
Mm-hmm.
endurance, and then improve your muscles, lalo na sa legs and sa core,
Mm-hmm.
sa back. So I
But
think
speaking of
that's
that, San, ano ba, totoo ba na yung climbers, kaya that's how they look like as far as the physique is concerned? Is it because really of the climb or do they work out on the side? Ano ba? Because I know a lot of them and they look really fit and parang, alam mo yun, parang it's they look tight and zero fat. I mean, is that an
mm,
effect of the regular climb, or is are there other things that get involved in the process?
I think it's also part of the climb na especially when you prepare for the climb, so meron kang exercise before or
Mm-hmm.
na around a week or two to 3 weeks before mag-prepare ka na. So I think
Mm-hmm.
siguro it's also part of the or pre-climb
Yeah, yeah,
activities.
yeah.
Oo.
True.
So I think that could contribute also. So as a whole, no, for the climbing.
Fermar, what about you? What do you think are the tangible benefits of climbing and hiking?
So to add like sinabi ni sir about the physical fitness, which is actually true. Another siguro is like the tangible benefit of climbing is the help that you're going to give doon sa local that you're going to, like to the community. Because
Ah, okay.
mountaineering basically right
Mhm.
now is parang is a sort of livelihood na sa mga locals, like for the guides
Mm-hmm.
and the porters,
Mhm.
like
Mm-hmm.
amo na. So during actually when we hiked sa Mount Majas like last time, and like just a month after it was reopened after the pandemic, like
Mm-hmm.
amo gid ang struggle ng guide because there was no more climbers allowed to go to Mount
Yeah.
Majas. So amo na. So that I can see that's a benefit for the locals there as a livelihood.
Pero ano ba, firm? Are you a growing family as far as UPVM is concerned, or yung other than UPVM, do you feel or do you see that there are more and more hikers and climbers joining the groups?
Actually, sir, yes, very much gid nga damo gid ang mga curious about hiking right now. And for UPBM, actually, like it's a growing family. Like kung wala siguro pandemic, we could have been more in numbers. And also,
Yeah.
like in the other groups, like I also joined like other hiking groups diri sa Panay, and
Mm-hmm.
I can see the numbers is also growing. So basically, more and more people is maybe enjoying this activity.
Yeah, but I think also Firm and San, one of the things that made hiking become such a focal object of interest for many people is because during the pandemic, people wanted to explore some of the side of nature na less traveled, such as climbing. Because I know a lot of friends na hindi naman talaga outdoorsy from the beginning, but now they have found new, new interest in hiking. So I guess that kind of contributed to that sort of attention that hiking and climbing, it is getting right now. And I know you guys have conquered many mountains. And so at this point in time, I am going to ask you questions that would require you to share some of the photos that you think is the best answer for this particular question. So I have put together, guys, some of the pictures that Sanny and Fermar have sent to me, and I will now share this on our screen so you can. I will be asking the question, and they will be explaining why this particular photo is the photo of their choice. So, Fermar and Sanny, we will begin with the first photo. The first question actually is for them to provide me with a photo that reflects their most difficult climb or their hardest climb. So, Sunny, this is the first photo. Can you tell everyone about this, where this is, and why do you consider this your most difficult climb?
Okay, so for this one, this was taken in on the way to Mount Fuji, the
Mount
highest peak in
Fuji.
Japan.
Yes.
Yes. So I actually have two answers for the hardest climb. So I did classify this. I did classify kung in terms of the weather and in terms of the trail. So for Mount
Mm-hmm.
Fuji, ang pinakakalaban ko doon yung weather because near the peak na masyado ng malamig, although kasi inaalaw lang kami doon mag-climb during summer, so around August and September. So yes, siguro I was not fully prepared by the weather, kaya nasabi kong hirap na hirap ako dito because medyo nagka-hypothermia
Pero
ako.
ano, San, did you reach talaga the summit?
Yes, we did reach the summit.
Oh my gosh.
So around
That's why I
around
was
2
I
a.m.
was surprised to see you na para naka-t-shirt ka lang in this photo. Is this already like the summit na of Mount
No,
Fuji in
sir.
this photo?
Yung summit ano pa to, sir? Around station 7 yata ito. Maraming stations doon sa
Yes.
station sa Mount Fuji. So medyo mainit pa dito sa part na to. Pero pag doon ka na sa
Going up
malapit sa
na.
peak, yes.
Yeah.
It becomes colder and colder.
If I may just
dapat
share
may dala
also,
kang
San,
jacket.
about
Yes,
Mount
sir.
Fuji kasi we went there, kami ni Kebs, and we just went
Uh-huh.
to the touristy part na where buses could go up. Pero that's like the last base na the bus could go. From the city, it was sunny and bright. But when we got to that camp, it was stormy. Suddenly, the wind became very, very strong. We could barely walk. As in, hindi kami makalakad because the wind was gonna carry us back. Ganun siya kalakas. So, I can imagine what you mean by a difficult climb, and because it's Mount Fuji, and I've also heard stories from my friend June Ramirez, who also conquered it. I think that was even worse because it's winter, if I'm not mistaken. So but he was actually kasi preparing for a bigger climb, because I think if you go to a climb na snow or winter country, you're required to some sort of practice or rehearse in one of these climbs. No, so let's go, Sam, to your second picture. Why this
Okay,
picture?
the second picture, this is Mount Linggohob. Siguro I had difficulty sa trail talaga kasi it was too steep and ilang beses din ako malapit mahulog dito. So, so medyo fresh pa sa akin. Sabi ko, hindi na ako babalik ulit dito sa Mount Linggohob kasi I really had a difficulty in sa Linggohob na trail.
What year was this?
This was 2019.
Oh,
2019.
no, just very recent.
Just recently. Yes.
Yeah. So this picture naman comes from Fermar. Why is this picture your most difficult climb?
So that picture is actually on the way to Mount Nangtud in
Uh-huh.
Antique, and that is called the
Antique.
Lanas River. So I consider that as the most difficult climb for me because um it was the first time nga nag major hike ako. So basically major hike is like 4 days. So amo
Mm-hmm.
na. And then usually and then it was also the first time nga daw nag-cross the like river crossing yung ginagawa for the hike.
Uh-huh.
And yun, that's a lesson nga I learned that river crossing is like different kali
Uh-huh.
yung experience and the kabudlay in
Uh-huh.
terms of in relation sa like usual na hiking. And during that time pag there's like a tropical depression actually. So grabe yung ulan and we're crossing the river so that's like extra na challenge for us. But it was good. We actually finished the whole climb man
Mm-hmm.
and it was a good experience.
When you talk about river crossing hike, how many hours na fina-follow nyo yung river na going upstream? How much time do
Mm.
you
So
spend
yeah.
the river?
So for Mount Langtod actually there is 1 day. 1 day na river ka lang talaga.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
So that's why it's like other than parang slippery yung mga rocks
Yeah.
and it's like raining so yung current ng river and then it's some kind of a draggy rin sa kasi like river lang talaga yung 1 day na view mo ganun.
Yeah. Oh
So
my
that's a
God.
challenge for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, I can relate
But it's
because I also
but it's good
experienced
man.
Kawasan Falls in Cebu na parang like
Mm.
half a day lang na you follow the river and jumping and all of that. Parang grabe yun. Parang mamatay din ako during that time. So I can imagine this one na
Mm.
parang whole day and there's a real
Yes
tropical
sir.
depression going upward.
Ah
So pagpabalik ba firm, it's the same path or trek that you took?
yes sir.
Also, you did it again?
Pero
Going
pero
down?
ano sir like yeah. Pero parang actually another thing that my experience ko during climbing is the first day is usually the hardest one. Because maybe because
Ah,
wala ka init mo lawas, wala daw mo na. So
true,
all
true.
throughout, parang daw okay naman siya.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so parang it's like breaking in, no? First day.
Yes, the first day.
Okay, very interesting. So these are the mountains I should avoid. That's the point. Okay, let's go. Let's go to the
Okay.
next question. What was your most fun climb? Okay, or hike? Eto. So Sani, looking at this, I think this is also
At,
Japan. Tell us about it.
yes. So, this was in Mount Kuju.
Mm-hmm.
Bakit ko to napili? Kasi this was my first spring climb and sa route namin ano pa, may mga snows pa. So,
Uh-huh.
we had fun with the snow.
Uh-huh.
Literally na chill climb talaga siya kasi malamig. Malamig na malamig. Yes. So, and then the most rewarding after that climb, we went to the hot spring. So kaya I was looking forward to it with na after that climb.
But at least
Ano
for
lang siya
this
naman,
one,
half day
San,
lang, sir.
you look like you're more prepared as far as your, garb is concerned.
Yes, yes.
Okay, firm. This is the most fun climb according
Yes,
to you.
for sure.
Why? Where is
Yes,
this
sir.
and why is it the most fun?
So this is called the Tigbalmos Falls sa Tibiao, Antique, sir.
Antique also. Okay.
And actually
Mm-hmm.
recently lang to na climb.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the most fun for me is because parang all of the things that a mountaineer could do is maybe maobra mo na diri. Damo na ang akong experience.
Oh.
Like you have the hiking, you have the
Mm-hmm.
trekking, the river crossing, rappelling, and
Ah,
then like
okay.
like stone climbing, something like that. So parang jump pack siya na experience all
How
throughout.
how how many hours going there from the main road or
Mag
something? Or from the
from
main
Barangay Tono, yes,
Yeah.
Barangay Tono to this exact post is like 8 hours going there.
What?
So Yes, it's 8 hours. So
So
ano, yung trail was
you have to camp there. You can't go
ah
there and then come back. You have to camp there.
pwede man actually sir to like go back. Pero gabi na ka makabalik.
Oh
So
my
mo na.
god. So is this
So the
also
trail includes like everything.
mataas din siya, firm? As in it's a high I
Yung
mean,
fall
you know,
sir.
yung going up to this place.
Yung going the it's actually yung trail includes climbing a mountain and then going down to the river. And then you have
Ah,
to like follow the river going to the falls. So dama mo na siya.
yeah. But it looks really beautiful.
So
Like the falls and
yeah.
Yeah.
the area where you can swim. Parang grabe no.
Mm.
Bakit kasi parang mahirap pampuntahan? Di mo wala bang access doon?
Mhm.
No, but I'm beginning to get convinced. Don't worry. Okay, let's go to the next question, guys. What was the climb with the most beautiful view? Yung may pinakamagandang view talaga. So let's go to Sanny's answer with this picture. Sanny, this is really, really beautiful. And if I can remember, before you answer, I'm gonna guess this is Tinagong Dagat. Is it correct?
Correct, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
go ahead. Tell us about it. What made you fall in love with this place?
I don't know. After climbing to that peak, sabi ko, iba yung feeling eh, na
Yeah,
although I've been to a lot of places na, but
yeah.
yung feeling na andito ka, sabi ko, parang sabi ko, shit, parang
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
totally perfect
yeah,
na the view of the lake, and then you could see the sunset, and then you could
yeah,
see the city. So
yeah.
it's like a perfect scenery for me.
For someone who has lived in Japan, this is
Went
something.
to Mount
I mean,
Fuji.
for you to like
Uh-uh.
a local
Yes.
view like this, it only goes to show that there's just so much beauty in our country. No, San, no? I mean,
Yes.
kasi for me,
That's
Japan
true,
is a
sir.
postcard perfect place. Parang wherever you
Uh,
look. So I really wish I can go here kasi I know that the picture does not give justice to it. I really think so.
yes.
Okay, Fermar, your picture here.
Yes. So that picture sir is in Mount Linguhob
So,
actually.
tell us
Mm.
about
So
it.
that's the picture yung sinabi ni Sir Sunny that he
Mm-hmm.
find most difficult. And for me, I guess that's the most beautiful for me kasi like the trek palang going there, like the view is very beautiful na. And as you can see, parang ridges of mountains siya on the background. And then
Yes.
the picture is actually a campsite, as you can see, dyan sa parang gitna. That's the campsite. And
Yeah.
for me, it's also the most beautiful campsite because it's overlooking the city. At night, kung
Mm-hmm.
it's dark na, you can see the city lights and all the lights of the
Oh,
southern part of Iloilo province
yeah.
and the stars as well. So parang perfect siya for me as a campsite. And the
Grabe.
view, everything.
Just listening to you describe it, and I know you're and I think you're holding back pa, no, from really
Yeah,
expressing your
yeah,
feelings
I
na,
can't really
because
answer.
it's so unusual for Fermar to say na, oh, like under the stars, and he's probably holding back, but
Yeah,
I
knowing
get it.
me,
I get it. Yeah, I get
Uh,
it. I know that it is a sublime experience to be there. Because I have experienced it myself, although in less grandeur settings. But I am so jealous, knowing that you guys have been there, closer to the heavens. I guess
mhm,
that's really the most rewarding part. And looking at the picture of Fermar and how the mountains from beyond would just kind of vanish as layers and layers of ridges would get into the horizon. It's for maybe for artists like me who would get there, I could create so much, just by sitting there and
yeah,
just by absorbing everything. So yeah, but you guys are getting it more because you have been there, no? So amazing, I love it. I really want to be there as well. Okay, what was the this is the next question, and I love this. What was the climb that made you feel extremely sexy. Okay, yung mga nanonood ngayon, mag-comment na kayo. This is your chance. I know a lot of my friends were like, you guys were curious about my guests, and now you're so quiet. What's happening to you? Okay, the climb that made these guys feel extremely sexy. I'll start with Sanny. Talagang sexy yung picture na
Ako naman. Yes.
Okay, San. Why do you actually both of you had the similar picture, if I remember correctly? But what is
Yeah.
it about Mount Majaas that makes people feel sexy? It's not just you. I've seen other friends who did worse in Mount Majaas, like literally posing almost naked there, and I thought, was like, is there like a law against that? Or but anyway, I'm just kidding. But okay, Sani, tell us about that.
Ang hirap naman. Siguro dahil, ano lang sir, kasi nagpapa-picture lang naman ako dito. Pagkatapos sabi ng mga kaibigan ko na, your back looks so sexy. Kaya sabi ko, sige, mag-post ulit ako. Parang na-encourage ako sa sa comment nila na maganda daw yung likod ko. Kaya eto, feeling ko, yun lang, parang mababaw lang yung reason, but I think okay naman.
Yeah, but I think Sani, if I may word it for you, this picture actually speaks of achievement. Achievement one, you getting to Mount Majaas summit, and achievement two, you're back. You got the guns, man. Like the guns are there. So that's like achievement number two. So yeah, I mean, Mount Majaas is the highest peak in Panay. Am I
Panay.
correct? Panay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, super achievement. And I think this is the only signage in the entire summit na may ganito. This is the only one that you can find, no, in Mount Majaas.
Yes, sir.
That's true.
Yeah, Sunny, very sexy indeed. So, congratulations to you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Ferb. Alam mo, well, nanonotice na rin talaga ng mga tao how you have shaped up this past
Yes, sir.
year. So, but I know kasi personally because we've worked together in projects and we communicate quite regularly. I know you have a regimen for workout, but you actually got more in shape because of your climbing. I'm sure it has a lot to do with that. But talking about this picture now, Firm, what? Yeah, I mean, why is this? Why do you think this is a sexy experience for you?
Siguro the same reason, Mr. Sunny, that people told me that I'm sexy as well. Ganon. And this is actually, this is a picture of sa Bantang River. It's also a river sa Mount Majaas.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I want to share a fun fact about this Bantang River na Mount Majaas kasi, they say na she's a female mountain.
Yes.
And when you offer something at Bantang River, she might give you like a clearing sa summit because it's so hard to have a clearing doon sa summit ng Mount Majaas. So
what kind of offer?
Like that offer. Like you have to swim there.
You mean like a sacrifice?
Yeah, something
Yes,
like that.
alay.
Oh my God.
Nag-alay man si Sir Sunny actually, sir, but I guess he didn't send you a picture of it.
Oh my God. I'm tearing up. Sorry, friend. Kasi we have like mga inside jokes with sila Firm and Sanny when it comes to things like this. But okay, wonderful view, wonderful composition. Pero the river is really just like waist high, waist deep, or does it go deeper? What's happening here in this area?
That's just the part of the river actually, sir. Pero may doon pa sa mga other areas siguro, but we haven't been there. Pero at that part of the river, it's just waist deep. Well, waist deep for me siguro.
Yeah, because you're tall. Pag kay Sunny na, hanggang shoulder na side or chest na.
Hanggang chest siguro, sir.
Yeah, what a beautiful picture. But I'm sure all your other friends na kasama ninyo also had themselves photographed in that area, no? Kasi parang napaka-Instagrammable talaga. And
Yes,
one
sir.
of the most
Mm.
famous pictures in Majas are the parang the trees that don't touch each other, yung may mga patterns,
Mm-hmm.
no? Yeah, so
The crown
I just
shyness.
want to Yes, I just want to bring it up because I think a lot of people have shared photos of that area. So it's really beautiful. It feels like you're in another universe. Okay, let's go to my next question. So, friends, those were the sexiest photos of Sunny and Fermar. But they actually sent me more, but I'm not gonna share to you. Okay, next photo. What was the climb that made you feel spiritual? So I'll start with Sunny's picture first. And this looks very similar to Fermar's shot, but I think this is
Yes.
different. This
Yes.
is in a different mountain. So Sunny, tell us about it.
So this was also in Bantang River, sir. So
Yes.
why did I say it's spiritual? Kasi I do like to post something like this sa river or sa waterfalls kasi
Mhm.
water symbolizes cleanliness or and purity. So I feel like I want to I want to be clean, something like that. So that's
Yeah.
why I want to have this kind of photos sa ano.
Yeah. And
So ano, sa
I hope
waterfall.
you don't feel awkward talking about it because really when you get to places like this that really required so much preparation, you are entitled to really going deep into your being and letting it out and be like immersed. That's I think that's the big word there, and this is what you did. Although technically when I first saw the photo, I thought, ay, napaka-proud naman ni Sunny na taga-UP siya kasi nag-oblation siya or something. But it's like, yeah, offering yourself to Mother Nature. It's a beautiful
Yes.
shot. And yeah, I mean, anyone who sees this would know that you are in a place where the higher being is so present, diba? It's a beautiful shot. So I'll go to the photo of this is still Sunny's or Fermar's back.
That's
That's
mine, sir.
Sir Fermar.
That's yours. Okay,
Ah.
Firm, tell us about this beautiful photo.
So that photo is from the top of the rock in Mount Napulak.
Yeah. Oh, okay. The nipple
That's
mountain.
not that's yeah, yeah. And that person is not actually me because I'm usually the photographer. So pero for
Mm,
me that is like my mountain that made me feel spiritual because sa trek kasi going to Mount Majaas, the hardest part for me is the climb right after you reach the summit.
mm-hmm.
And parang ma-relate mo siya sa aton nga like religious struggle bala na after all the struggle we have a reward which is the summit. And
Yeah.
another thing is like when you see the rock after all those climb after being so tired, parang madulatan ni mo nga kakapoy when you see
Yeah.
that rock because you will wonder bala nga how this magnificent or like really big rock be precisely
Yeah.
on top of this mountain daw ka man na. So it's just amazing for me.
It's a very like it's an internal reflection of many things, no?
Mm,
And it's
yeah.
very powerful. It's very powerful. You have another picture here, Firm. Can you
Yes,
tell us
that's
about
the
it?
rock.
This is the
Actually,
one.
that's the
So
rock. Yeah, that's the rock of Mount Majaas. It's like a three-story na rock.
yeah.
And amo na siyang makita natin sa Nipple Mountain when we're here in in
Yeah.
Miagao, and we
Yeah.
can see this Nipple Mountain, and that's basically the nipple that they call. And yeah, that's that's the first thing that you will see when you climb when you reach the
Yeah.
summit na
Yeah.
parang madulatan na ni mga kakapoy.
It's very it's very first of all it's symbolic of
Yeah.
the distance kasi from afar it's super small but when you get there you're
Mm-hmm.
basically looking at an entire building, no, building
Yes.
size, the natural formation. So yeah, that's great. And then the last photo set would be about the most rewarding climb. So Sani sent me two photos because the first one, if I remember correctly, he says this is his first time to join UPVM, and then this is his reinstallment or whatever the term is. So yeah, Sunny, anyway, go ahead and tell us about this.
Okay, so most rewarding ito kasi this was my first climb together with UPV Mountaineers. And I think this was 2009.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this was uh, we went to Mount Taripis and Lubok. So we climbed two mountains
Mm-hmm.
for 2 days.
Uh-huh.
And then the second photo was in this was in Mount Talinis. So
Uh-huh.
parang pair ito kasi ito yung climb, yung major climb ko kung saan ako na-induct. So something it's
Mm-hmm.
it's an achievement for me. So it's very very rewarding na after 10 years full-fledged member na ako ng UPV Mountaineers. Yes. Uh,
Pero
Ganon.
talagang grabe na yung asenso ng UPVM kasi may uniform na talaga kayo, 'di ba? Mga
Yes.
high, mga well budgeted na yung mga climb ninyo. So,
Yes.
congratulations UPVM. I know a lot of friends
Yeah.
there ng mga batchmates ko. You guys are doing a wonderful job, and some of them are my students. To see them there, it's amazing. Okay, I'll go to the picture of Fermar. Ferm, why is this your most rewarding hike and climb? I think this is in San Remigio, right?
Yes, sir. Sa General Fulion.
General Fulion. Yeah, tell us about
Oh.
it.
So during that climb kasi, it was actually the first gift giving activity of UPVM that I was able to join.
Yeah.
And we actually brought the gift from barangay na jump off point up to the General Fulion. And it was so tiring carrying all the gifts for the kids. But after we did the gift giving, parang it's worth it. It's worth
Nawala lahat ng pagod,
uh,
yeah.
the being so tired of the hike and all. And also the view, it's like amazing.
Is this your
You can
first
see
time to
hectares.
go to? Is this your first time
Yes,
to visit
sir.
the place? Okay.
So it's like the rediscovered, di ba, sir, na parang rice terraces of Antique. And
Mhm.
it's when you're there and you're personally seeing it, parang ma-amaze ka how they were able to do this rice terraces.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because you've made so many people happy. And so this is not just the view, but also the fact that you brought happiness to people in a place na medyo mahirap i-access. But I heard like they're building or they're like creating an access road to the area, closest to the area soon. How true is that? Do you know anything about it?
I have no idea, pa, sir, regarding that.
Yeah, but I just heard because my friends are doing some documentary projects there also. But yeah, we'll see how that works. So yeah, these are the questions with photo answers. But my next question is something that you cannot provide photos yet because the question is, what's your dream climb? Ano yung climb na nasa bucket list ninyo at the moment? And I would like to ask for a climb na talagang pinaka-ultimate dream ninyo. I'll start with Sanny.
I think that would be Mount Apo since it's the highest peak ng Philippines. So I've been to the highest peak of Japan, and since I'm a Filipino,
Yes.
I should also go and climb Mount Apo.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a very feasible
Uh,
dream, and I'm sure you can do it very
mm-mm.
soon kasi na-lower na ng IATF ang mga travel restrictions. So pwede mo nang gawin very
That's
soon.
true.
Right. Okay, Firm, what's your dream climb at the moment?
At the moment, sir, my dream climb is Mount Canlaon sa Negros.
Oh, wow.
Because it's an active volcano, diba? And it's really hard to get a permit going there, and usually it's closed. Actually, there was a one time we already had a chance to climb, pero it became active again, so na-cancel.
Yeah.
So I really wanna do that climb, the Mount Canlaon.
Mount Canlaon is very unpredictable but very exciting also for mountain climbers, no? Yeah, but don't worry, my friend. Nico Goles can probably help you there because he owns Negros Occidental. Nico,
Sure, sir.
yeah, you take care of
Give my contact to him.
yes. Yeah, but yeah, I'm so happy that both your dream climbs are in the country because other than wanting to conquer major heights, you are also actually partly promoting the country.
Yeah.
So it's a fantastic foresight, and I support you guys. So if there are people listening to us right now, other than me, right now I'm like 80% convinced that I want to try climbing. But if I decide to do that, it will have to be with the both of you and with my cousin
Mm.
Elaine, who's challenging me that I should climb, and hike very soon. But I have to prepare first. So I want to ask you to take this moment to give a message to everyone out there, especially to the young, who might probably want to explore your passion, which is hiking and climbing. So I'll start this round with Fermar first.
Mm, siguro as a motivation sa like to the people who's wanna try to climb. For me kasi, the motivation to climb should always come from oneself. You know, you cannot tell people nga do this, do that, but
Yeah.
it should always come for you.
Yeah.
And we all, basically all mountaineers have our own reason to climb,
Hmm.
and you should try to climb so that you can also find your own. And it teaches you a lot of lessons actually. So as for me, has it has given me challenges and that I was able to conquer. And these challenges gave me life lessons actually na I could also ma-apply ko sa akon nga daily life. So amo na, that's it. Like basically, mountaineering is an experience that you have to. It's a unique experience that you have to experience yourself. No one can tell you na this is what's gonna happen or this is what you're gonna experience, but it's a unique experience for each one of us. So if you should try if mountaineering is also for you.
Very well said, Firm. So parang mountaineering really is like it's one's unique experience na hindi mo siya pwedeng
Mm.
i-template, no, just by telling
Yes, sir.
people. Wonderful.
Mm.
Sanny, what about you? What do you want to say to everyone watching us tonight?
Siguro, if you are already decided to try climbing, then maybe just a piece of advice na lang siguro, sir. So I like this saying no na leave nothing but footprints, take nothing but pictures, bring nothing but memories, and kill nothing but time. So I think that's very important sa gusto mag-try na we have to respect Mother Nature. So
Yes,
yes,
that's something that many young people should really imbibe right now. And thank you for sharing that slogan that every mountaineer really upholds, no?
Mhm.
When they do a climb. So much discipline, so much passion, perseverance, qualities that will help you become a better person. This can all be experienced when you try mountaineering. And on that note, I am inspired, and I hope that the people who joined us live and the people who will watch this live stream much later during their free time would be enlightened and would be inspired. Maybe not everybody can do climbing per se, but maybe they can look at it in a different perspective, such as taking care of Mother Nature and maybe encouraging wellness in general. To find your own peace of mind, by experiencing nature and things that we neglect on a daily basis, but are very very important, because these are things that are gifts from our creator. So it's been a wonderful evening, Fermar and Sani. I enjoyed this conversation so much, and
Thank you, sir.
thank you
Likewise, sir.
for thank you for being such sport. Thank you for gladly sharing with me your photos. I've never asked my guests for something like that. You guys for the first time, but game lang, and I really really appreciate it. So thank you so much, and to everyone watching us tonight and who joined us all throughout. I just would like to say special shout out to my friend in Bacolod, Felix Goles the Fourth. Nico, thank you very much. My cousin Elaine, Edward, Jonyo, thank you so much for commenting that makapoy sa tuhod, especially if wrong gear ang gamit, overpacking, etc. That's a major tip to give to those aspiring to become mountaineers. And to many others who joined us, we're seeing numbers, but are probably too shy to comment. Thank you very much. We will have more streaming hot topics to come, and just watch out for our announcements happening this week. So it's been Streaming Hot with Bobby Rodriguez. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful Sunday. Good night, everybody.